at Super One Leadership. Good to have everybody, even on our Sunday, connected in both Samantha Chan, myself, Arthur Zablocki. Adam, of course, admin. He's out there doing some traveling right now, helping us build for the future. We're excited to have you here today. Still a couple minutes before we get connected in, all the things that we do here. This is leadership, so this is a little bit different than a corporate update. Corporate update's open and available for all affiliates, even guests. So great job yesterday. Had hundreds of people on yesterday, folks. A great job in doing just that. We have a head of affiliates today, Arthur Zablocki, taking his time on a Sunday to kick our week off for us. And, of course, they got daylight savings, so we're back on track again, guys. So excited about daylight savings now equally around the world. A couple minutes as you do get your chance to connect your folks in. Make sure you get that link sent over there to them. And then, of course, our recording will be later on into the broadcast. We'll post that up in the Facebook communities. Listen, folks, there's about 3 different groups that we post in Facebook to make sure you're all connected every single second of the day. Don't get overwhelmed. We know sometimes Zooms that we're doing every single day and all the things we do, sometimes you get burnout Zooms. We get it. But what's more exciting is having you bring on new guests, which creates that excitement, and you want to be there. So it's real important to understand the dynamics in networking. This is the best way to get the content across the globe is through Zooms and connectors that way. Also, other things we'll have built into the app in the very near future, all those great social media elements that you'll see rolling out. But more importantly today, some great updates of all things we highlighted yesterday. More importantly, some things for us over the next few weeks. Samantha and I will be navigating through Facebook communities in and out every single day, doing live presentations, shout outs, and also our lunchtime lives, guys. We got also success with Super One. We're going to do that this week. And you're going to hear some stories of people that are ranking up, that are building their business, stars, superstars, director 5K, 10K, 20K, 30K and beyond. And don't think that we're not going to miss any one of you. We want you to be recognized as you're building your business. And then some amazing stories. Arthur, Samantha, I know I told you a little about a story of a gentleman up in Canada. It just blew me away. And this gentleman is more passionate and more excited about Super One, what it's done for him and his family in the future, what he's got going on right now. We'll share that this week on our Facebook Live, Lunchtime Live. It's going to be an exciting time. And folks, listen, so as we gather things up, a lot of folks already here today. Let's jump right into our content that we have with Arthur Zablocki, head of affiliates, and Samantha Chan along with us. Here we go, and let's jump right in. Arthur, good to have you here today. Samantha, always a great time. We seem like we're Zoomers. We're always on Zoom. But listen, guys, this is where the money is as we bring on people to Super One. We're so thankful that you're taking the time out of your day to be with us. Over to you, Arthur.
Super. Steve, thank you very much for kicking things off. As I was actually creating the slides earlier today, I realized that we kind of have to be very much surgical with this presentation because there's a lot that I've got to cover. That session that Andreas conducted yesterday was nowhere near enough to cover everything that is actually happening, that is going on right now. And I'm still not sharing everything with you because simply there is a little bit too much. And the time frames on certain things are not quite set just yet because you're going to see in a second. There is so much coming, so much that we are ready to release already right now as of this moment. That's why I stressed on a call yesterday to be sure that you are here during this session and you share these sessions with others. So let's kick things off. So we're going to start from the 2-step verification, a little bit of a cleanup. We know that this came out, and this is actually one of our better releases, especially considering how big that one single feature is. It's been fairly smooth. Of course, we've discovered a few little things here and there that are being fixed right now. The important thing is to mention that you can disable it. I know some members found it a little bit annoying that they're being logged out after a period of inactivity and they need to punch in the code again. Again, remember, this is a security feature. This is to protect your funds. So yes, when one incident happens to you, then you would realize that, okay, it's good that we have it in place. That's why this is preventative. But anyway, on login, you can disable it, since everything else that you would do inside the back office, like transfers, withdrawals, or change of settings, would require you to still authenticate. You have to have at least one option, phone or email, enabled. With the login, you can disable. You can log in without punching in any verification codes. Now, an important feature that we didn't think of that is pretty obvious if you are using two-factor authentication of other platforms, but I missed it completely. I didn't specify in the specification for the developers that we need the paste. We need the ability to paste the code into the box rather than going to the email, remembering 3 digits, going back to the app, punching it in, then back to the email, another 3. Yes, we know that it's a bit of a back and forth. We get it. We're going to have the paste feature. That's one of them. And we will also increase, I should have added it here, we're going to increase the time to 120 seconds, just to be sure that no matter how fast you are with your phone or keyboard, you have enough time to punch in the code. So we will increase that to 120 seconds. That's happening in April. Now, so just so that you know where it is, I've got mine disabled because I know, again, some people like it. We were debating for quite a bit whether to even have the on-login two-step verification included in it or not, but we decided to do just in case some members want to have it. I disabled mine, and that's exactly what you can do. This is the only one where it's optional. As you can see, for the change settings, withdrawals, or transfers, at least one option must be enabled. So that's how it is. Now, the swap. So Andreas made one announcement yesterday, and then we talked with our chief architect, Esther Groenstein, earlier today, actually, about everything that she has in the development queue. So a quick little update on that. So first of all, the swap window. So for you to be able to swap, to add your tokens into the back office, there's going to be at least 3 months. We're not going anywhere with that section of the page called swap. That's not going to disappear anytime soon. Of course, the quicker you do it, the better. But this is going to be up. I've seen many projects in the crypto space that they don't communicate at all. Like, they don't have your email, they don't have your phone, and they create a swap. Seen one that switched from Ethereum to Binance Smart Chain, and they had the swap window open for maybe a month. And that upset quite a lot of members. So we're learning not only from our own past decisions, but also from what other companies around us are doing in order to make those things better. So don't worry. Now, the instructions on how to do this swap are on excitingwebinars.com/swap. I've made it as exhaustive as I possibly could. The process is free. We know that it's a little bit of a hit and miss. We're trying to see if our developers can improve it, or it's just completely outside of our scope of influence, but it's free. So it may be that you have to repeat the process, start over. It doesn't take long to do it, but you will get that eventually. We're getting pretty good reports to do with the swap. Now, for the early stakers, for those of you, depending, of course, on when you purchased your package, but for those of you who would want to benefit from the staking going as far back as the 1st of December, so you've got until the 11th, not until the 1st. On the 11th, we're going to take the snapshot in order to see how many tokens you have in your back office. And based on that number, you're going to be given the token staking reward, and again, it's going to be double. So we want you to know that we're not delaying things on purpose. That's why we created this internal pressure where we're going to give you double, but as long as until the feature launches in the back office, until you see the staking in the back office. So we want this to happen. We don't want to be giving too many tokens away left, right, and center. But we've created this internal pressure for you to see that we are trying to do it fast, that Andreas talked about it yesterday. So you guys see what's visible, but there's probably 80% of the things that we do you don't see because they happen behind the scenes. They happen on this invisible layer on the back end of the whole development of the platform that is so much more than what meets the eye. So that's why we extended it. We've checked the queue. There is an Indian holiday tomorrow. Then we've got Easter around the middle of April. There are so many things that we didn't kind of foresee that we thought, okay, let's move it to the 11th to be on a safe side. And we're giving everybody a little bit more time as well. instead of just giving you 3 days to finish the swap. So yes, the rewards will be paid out in April. We're not telling anybody when, again, for the same reason. There's just too much going on. We don't want to be just throwing the dates out there like what happened too much in the past. It's going to happen in April. Let's just towards the end, but it's much safer to say it that way. Now, a reminder, for those of you who didn't see it, we have a promotion. We have a March Madness promotion, and that started on the 13th of March until the end of the month. And you, as the person who onboarded or sold a package or helped a customer to buy a package, you will receive a reward. This is the fairest. There are so many other things in which we can distribute rewards and create promotions, but I think this is easy. This is not complicated at all. If one of your personally enrolled members buys a package, the first one or the second, third, fourth, it doesn't matter. If any of your personally enrolled members buy packages or have bought packages already this month from the 13th until the last day of the month, you will get additional tokens. If they buy a 100 package, $100 super wallet, you're going to get 100 tokens. And then you see the numbers, 500 package, 500 tokens, 1,000 package, 1,000 tokens, 2,500, 2,500 tokens. That's what you're going to get as their sponsor. So get busy and make the most. I think it's pretty generous. So you've got another few days for this. We will add those tokens to you again in April as well. They will be added manually. These are cool features. We would love to be in a position where all those things are fully automated. We're not there just yet. So we will make an adjustment, and that's going to happen in April as well, but you're going to get them definitely. So that's a pretty cool promotion. We're not quite finished there, but I cannot spill the beans just yet. There's so much more happening in April that we can tell you right now. So now, here is a big one, because we checked the numbers. We've got some data, and based on that information, based on the data, we've been able to make certain decisions, certain improvements. So we've got the numbers in terms of sales, how well each of the packages is selling. So 100 Super Wallet, that's about 60% of our sales. Pretty obvious, more or less expected. The 500 is showing to us that it's a big hit, that this package is very well positioned. All the additional benefits like the super code, you've got 2 included, extra tokens, extra credits, the performance pool, all of those things. So the 500 package and the 100 package, they're very good. We're not making any changes to those, but we're not happy at all with the sales of the 1,000 Super Wallet in 2,500. We know that we can do much better, and it's not just up to the field, but we know that how these packages exactly are structured, that can be improved. So we will be making some changes, massive changes that start right now. Actually, they kind of already started on the 18th of January because we are going to backdate. So the 1,000 Super Wallet is going to get 50% more in terms of credits and tokens. So that's today, and that's what we are changing it to. So, and then you don't have to take screenshots. I know that some people probably will, but this recording will be released very soon to the field. We've also made, of course, the change to the 2,500 Super Wallet. And that's 100% more. 100%. So whatever you see in the store still right now, because the developers already have this, we're just waiting. It's just a matter of a few days for them to adjust. But you don't need to worry you don't need to wait for the adjustment. So that's what you get with the 2,500 package right now, and that's what you will be getting. So we are doubling the number of credits and tokens. Now, so not only we are changing it right now in the system, we will also rescan every account to check whether there are $1,000 and $2,500 purchases, and we will give you more tokens and credits. So you're not going to miss out. This is not just from now, but we're going to go back to the 18th of January when we made that change, when we made the offer change the last time. So that's what's going to happen. So we're going back. You don't need to wait. If you've got somebody who wants to buy today, tomorrow, still in March, you don't need to wait for the numbers to change in the store. The numbers will still be the previous ones because we simply don't have enough time to make that change tomorrow, maybe even on Tuesday, but you will get the new numbers. So it's very, very important that you've got this, that you know this. Massive, massive change. We're not done, by the way, on those upgrades, but the rest of them, it's still a little bit too early to give you the spoilers. Now, the new numbers for the 1st of April. So you now know that the changes will be happening on the 1st of April and the 15th of April. So every 2 weeks, we'll be releasing new numbers. So these are the new numbers for the 100 Super Wallet, 500 Super Wallet, and then 1,000 Super Wallet and 2,500 Super Wallet. So anybody who wants to benefit still from that upgrade, remember that this is only until the end of March. So already from the 1st of April, we are going to be decreasing. And then decreases will be happening every 2 weeks. So how are we doing in terms of time? Pretty good. So guys, there's a ton of stuff, a ton. April, and I'm already thinking that we probably have a little bit too much that we're trying to handle, but there's going to be a lot of changes, a lot of improvements, those upgrades, promotions, and the rest of it. Exciting times ahead. You've seen what Andreas is working on with the cards. The card store is going to be that point of time that we've been waiting for since we started our journey with Superone. Because when the card store launches, you will be able to use your credits. Credits is the product of the ecosystem, is the currency of the Superone ecosystem. And when you can use it, that's when you're going to see a massive, massive movement on Facebook, social media platforms. Sales will be going up like crazy. So I'm hoping that everybody's excited. We're going to be trying to do those sessions on a weekly basis, at least bi-weekly, because again, just a single session on a Saturday afternoon, it's not enough to cover everything that is happening. That's why we need to fill in. But we're nowhere near done just yet. Over to you, Steve. What do you think?
Yeah, fantastic, fantastic. Now, you know, Samantha also, too, is we'll be working in and out of the communities. Arthur, we had a question. Some folks are talking about for the Performance Club, would that benefit for the bigger packs for them still? You know, obviously with the $1,000 pack, $2,500 pack. Talk a little bit about that, what that benefit's going to be for them. Obviously more credits, more super tokens, but also for ranking up and also jumping into the Performance Club.
So you, of course, that stays. So if you purchase the 1,000 Super Wallet, you only need to place 2 people on a public leg with 500 or more in order to activate, in order for that section of the back office to go live. And on a 2,500, you only need 1 person on a 500 Super Wallet or more in order to activate. No changes there. We're definitely not taking away. We're adding, and that's not the end of adding. But yes, we're not taking anything away. We're just loading more and more stuff into those bigger packages to make sure that the value is a lot greater.
Yeah, fantastic. And we had one question just talking about somebody from our 2020 team that we've had. Does that change anything for them in the adjustments for the credit or the packs if they did buy 1,000 or 2,500 back in 2020, or is it just from our January 18th date because of the change we made there? I just want to confirm that publicly.
So whatever the offer was back then, those numbers were bigger. So there's no need to be making any adjustments.
Yeah.
So yes, if you purchased last year, you've got more credits and more tokens than those changes that we've just made.
Yeah, fantastic. Samantha, if you want to highlight on some things we got coming up tonight at the 9 o'clock for our events, if we'd really appreciate that, and also the rest of the lineup for this week.
Yep, we've got our webinar at a typical time, which is the 7 p.m. London time, and also kicking the app tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And obviously the rest of the week, we've got our normal webinars, which you can go to excitingwebinars.com/calendars and for all the information. And if you're not sure, go to the Facebook group and it's all there for you.
Yeah,
so lots happening, very exciting, excellent promotions. And if you want to stock up on your credits and tokens, this is the time to do it because it's, before the 31st of March. And apologies, Mike, the crickets are singing with me, so they're really excited.
Yeah, fantastic. Fantastic. Well, listen, folks, now here's an important thing is all the things that Arthur shared with you on the technical side, the field relations side, the relation between the company and the field, that's you and I, right? As we train people,